So, as we now begin exploring this amazing global qualification, so we will be walking you through each one of the details here, right? Be it the eligibility criteria, be it how US CMA is an edge in the market. What is the course pattern, right? What is the exam pattern? What is the process of the certification? And most importantly, then what is the role of IMA body in US CMA qualification? What is the growth curve, right? What career opportunities or what scope US CMA has for you? But yes, this is an important part that what is the actual strategy, right? So when we are planning for such a qualification, it's not just about the exams, it is also about your career. So today we're going to have a career related discussion, right? So again, a point to stick with us till the end, right? So now, before we start actually starting the details, what I would like to tell you is that, let us just understand why we have gathered here today, why we are discussing about USCMA. Now, in today's time, the role of finance and accounting professionals has actually devolved to a drastic level, right? We know technologies have come up, we know AI has come up. And today, it's no longer just about the recording and reporting part. Today, finance and accounting professionals, they are expected to do more. They're expected to analyze the data. They're expected to interpret insights from those financial data sets, right? And in the end, they are also required to shape strategies and help in decision making. So as a US CMA, you professionals are not just going to, record and report. That is not one part. What's more to it is that you will be working as a business advisor or a strategic partner for your business because you will be helping your top management in taking those key decisions for the business, right? So now I won't take any longer and I would move on to the next slide that is about that, when we start with the session, we got to know who our speakers are. So first, we have with us Mr. Rohit Gupta. He's working with us as a director. He's leading the business development operations at Learning Solutions. So welcome, Rohit sir. Next,
Thank
we
you,
move
Rashmi.
to next we move to Jyoti ma'am. So we have with us Ms. Jyoti Gupta. She's working as the associate director with us, and she's leading our professional qualifications vertical at the Learning Solutions. And we have an important guest with us, Mr. Vineet Pawar. Mr. Vineet Pawar, he's working as a regional manager at IMA, that is the Institute of Management Accountants, which is the global body that awards you with the US CMA certification. So
Thank you, Ashmi.
over to you, Rohit sir.
Thank you, Ashmi. Thank you so much for such a warm welcome and setting the context right. I would like to also welcome my co-speakers, Jyoti and Vineet. And thank you so much for all the attendees who have taken time out on a Saturday morning to come and attend our session. At times, I can completely understand it could be very challenging getting ready for such kind of sessions. So, guys, I am here to talk about or run you through a little about what Grant Thornton does, what LearninGT. So, precisely, LearninGT is the vertical which takes care of the training within Grant Thornton, and also give you a brief introduction about what US CMA is all about. So that's what I would be taking you in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But even before probably I start about Grant Thornton, I have a quick story of mine to share. I generally share this story and I popularly call this as my Excel story. A lot of people, especially Jyoti and probably Ashmeet, would have heard that story, and I'll obviously going to run them through again once about this. So this is back to the time in the year 2012 when actually I did my post graduation, and I was hired at one of the MNCs as a senior management trainee. So a lot of people were even not aware what the term senior management trainee is and what they're actually supposed to do. Even the HR was not very well aware that what precisely senior management trainees are. So I remember the first day in my office, I was sitting against the national sales head. He was my first boss. The first question he asked me, Rohit, that do you know MS Excel? And I was like full of confidence. First day in office, I said absolutely. I know everything about MS Excel. I'll rate myself 8 out of 10 in MS Excel. although my understanding of MS Excel was limited to that there's a cell A, then there's a cell B, and in cell C you're supposed to do a calculation of A plus B, and that's what MS Excel was mean for all about. The next question he asked me, Rohit, do you know about H lookup, V lookup, pivot tables? And then probably I had a blank face. My boss could understand that this guy doesn't know anything about MS Excel. He just know that there's an Excel, there's a worksheet. So probably that was an eye opener for me at that point of time. But I was lucky enough that this happened in the year 2012, some 13 years back. I was lucky enough that my boss gave me the comfort and he told me, Rohit, you don't know MS Excel, that's absolutely okay. We'll give you good 45, 50 days to learn it on the job. We will take you through a formal training program so that you learn this. Now, cut short, in the year 2025, do the freshers, do a lot of BCom graduates or people who are looking to make their career in finance or any other field, do get this kind of an opportunity? The answer is absolutely no. So, with this story, what I am trying to tell you guys is that the way business have developed over the past decade, the way technology has had an influence on us over the past decade or so, upskilling is not a luxury. Upskilling is not an option. It has become a necessity for us to survive in the thriving corporate world. A plain BCom degree or a plain MBA degree might not end up us, all of us, or probably who are in that phase of career with a lot of fancy jobs. So it becomes very, very important that along with whatever educational qualification we are pursuing, we keep on upskilling on the trending skills. And probably that's the reason why we are talking about CMA. You can consider CMA as your global gateway to success, or a global gateway to a global finance career, whatever you want to call it. But it has become very, very imperative for young students, even people who are at middle level management, or stuck in their career, to continuously keep on upskilling themselves so that they are able to survive and excel in their respective careers. So that was all for me to explain this story to you guys. Now, coming to the precise agenda, talking about Grant Thornton. So I think a lot of you would be aware that Grant Thornton is one of the largest consulting, audit and advisory firm. We are considered as the big five firms in India and across the globe. Probably just to give you or throw a few facts to you, in India we hire more than 12,000 plus people, available in 19 plus offices, very well spread across India. We are catering to more than 61% of the Fortune 500 clients. Now, when you talk about a consulting firm, primarily the consulting firms are traditionally known for two or three pillars, which is audit, taxation, and advisory. That has been our core areas of expertise, that has been our core areas of offerings. But in the recent past, as businesses have evolved, businesses have become more complex, organization needs have become more complex. There are different kind of challenges which are thrown to organization. There's this you know thriving startup culture which we are facing. We have started investing in a lot of new solutions, probably which include mergers and acquisitions. It involves ESG consulting. It requires forensic and fraud investigation, and a lot many. So we do a lot of work with government advisory also, because the need of the business have changed, and accordingly our response to the market has also changed. So while tax, audit, and assurance and advisory remain our strong pillars, at the same time there are a lot of new solutions which are coming up, which are being offered to our clients to address to their needs and to ensure that their end objectives are being met. So now, as a part of this new solution itself, we took a conscious call in the year 2018 that we should have something related to learning and development also, something related to upskilling and reskilling of our workforce also, because we believe that a lot of people right now, so there is actually a gap between what the educational institutes are producing and what exactly is the demand of the industry. So keeping this problem statement in mind, in 2018 we took a conscious call to set up a learning and development academy, which is now known as LearninGT, probably which you can see the logo of it on the t-shirt which I am wearing also. The whole idea of LearninGT was that let's curate some in-demand training programs and then offer it to the prospective people who want to upskill themselves. So at LearninGT, there are three primary markets which we are catering to. So we are catering to a lot of individual learners who want to upskill themselves. So any one of you who wants to attend any of our training programs, it could be CMA, ACCA, IFRS, financial modeling, can come and enroll for our training programs. We work with a lot of corporates also, where we are providing dedicated corporate training to them, identifying their needs, trying to fulfill their training agenda and give an ROI to them. And the third market which we cater to is basically the educational institutes, where we are tying up for their undergraduation and postgraduate programs, trying to fill again the industry and academia gap. As a lot of you know, that probably India is one of the youngest country. That's the demographic advantage which we have been talking about over the decade now. But somehow, because of the lack of training or lack of skilled workforce available with us, we are not able to fully take advantage of this demographic advantage as a country which we have. So this is one of our steps from Grant Thornton to bridge that gap, and probably help people upskill themselves. Now, a lot of people keep on talking about, I go to different forums, I talk to different educational institutes, very senior folks. One typical question which they ask me is, Rohit, that why a consulting firm is in the business of education. Yes, you are filling that gap, but what different you guys are doing so that that gap is met? So to answer to this question is that we are bringing experiential learning or experience sharing as a part of our training pedagogy. So we might not have academicians who come and deliver our training programs. So for example, if we are doing a training program on CMA, since CMA is the core to what we are discussing today, so we will have CMA qualified faculty. We will have people who have worked in organizations, who have had different kind of roles, who would have been either finance controllers, who probably would have been worked as CFOs, or probably working in consulting firms, actually doing the real work in the job. They have a passion for training, they have a flair for training, and then during these training sessions which we conduct, are actually sharing their experiences and sharing their knowledges as a part of this training pedagogy and training delivery. And this is one thing which is very unique to Grant Thornton, and this is what we bring to the table. A lot of what we would be talking about, live online training, classroom training, e-learning training, a lot of this would be other service providers which they would also be offering the same. But the experiential learning, but the experience which we have gained with working probably across more than 1,000 plus clients, providing different kind of consulting services to them, that is something which is unique to Grant Thornton, and that is something which can't be replicated by a lot of other players which are there in the market, offering these kind of services or these kind of training programs. So this is one the biggest USP, apart from a lot of other things which we would be talking about in our further slides. This is one thing which Grant Thornton as a consulting firm brings to the table, and we have this to offer to everybody who's coming and joining our training programs. Ashmeet, we can just move to the next slide, please. Yeah. So while I'm introducing US CMA, Vineet and Jyoti are the most expert guys to talk about this. So I'll just talk about this in brief, probably try and explain it more from a layman perspective, and then hand it over to Jyoti, and probably we need to take it over. And if you guys think that there is something which I'm missing out, please feel free to jump into this. So guys, US CMA, let me try and explain this to you with an example. So the definition, the full form, the abbreviation is it's there on the slide for you guys to read. Now, take an example of an organization like Tata Sons or the Tata Group, which have a lot of different organizations as a part of the group entity. So you have your Tata Motors, you have your Air India, you have your Tata Steels, and probably you have a lot of other Tata firms, Tata Tea, Tata Hotels, a lot of firms under their umbrella. Now, for example, you join as a finance associate or a finance consultant in one of the Tata Group organizations, and you do a lot of analysis for them, that which Tata Group company is doing well in which geographical area, which they are doing well. Probably let's take an example of their recently acquired Air India. If they want to start a new sector, say new international sector, so how the cost benefit analysis would do, how the revenues would do. And with this entire analysis, if you are able to present this to the management and probably get their buy-in, and increase their overall growth chances. It could be increase in the revenue also, or increase in their profitability also. This is precisely what US CMA as a qualification would teach you to do. So, in a nutshell, US CMA as a qualification is a combination of accounts, a combination of finance, combination of business understanding, combined all of them, and helping the management to take decision making. Once you master this art, you become a successful management accountant, and that's what the US CMA journey is going to precisely teach you. Now, US CMA, as a lot of you would be aware of, is certified management accountant, and here we are talking about the US CMA, not the Indian part. This is being offered by the Institute of Management Accountants. We have Vineet, our friend, who would be talking about the institute and the other things offered by them and how it could be advantages. Although it's a American based institute, but it has a very strong presence in India. And probably over the last decade, Vineet, do correct me if I'm wrong, globally it's around 150,000 students who are enrolling and currently pursuing CMA as a qualification. So the reach is significant, and over the years it has been going and expanding very exponentially. And again, a very honest confession, sitting at this forum, when I was doing my MBA, the only option which we had at that point of time was you go to marketing, you go to HR, you go to finance. And a lot of my professors used to keep on telling me, Rohit, don't go for finance, don't go for finance. Why? Because eventually you will end up competing with a lot of chartered accountants. At that point of time, I haven't heard of CMA. If CMA was there, we would be really great to know in 2012. I am personally not aware of that, and pardon for my lack of knowledge for this. But at my point, I did not have these kind of options. So probably I had to give up a choice of a finance career, which probably was very exciting to me because I was so much scared that I'll only compete with chartered accountant. But now we have USCMA, we have qualifications which can actually accelerate your careers. Now, who can pursue a USCMA? Technically, as soon as you pass out of class 12, you are eligible to do USCMA. So if you are a BCom graduate, you're a BCom student, you're a BBA student, you can obviously go for a USCMA degree. You're an MBA graduate, you are pursuing your MBA, or you have finished your MBA, you can absolutely do. People who are pursuing ACCA as a qualification, who are part qualified ACCA, or who have completed ACCAs also, they can also go for USCMA. Even a lot of, we have seen in the recent past, even a lot of qualified chartered accountants and company secretaries who want to explore that how the management side of accounting and finance works are also opting for USCMA as a qualification. So in a nutshell, a precursor of USCMA starts as soon as you probably pass out of class 12, and then at all spares of your career, even if you are an experienced professional with 5 to 8 years of experience, you are senior professional also, even people who are at a CFO level who want to explore or upskill themselves because that's the need of the hour, CMA can be a go-to option for them as well. Ashmeet, if we can move to the eligibility criteria now. So I think a lot of this we have already discussed about. So minimum you require to pass class 12th, and to become a member of IMA body, you require minimum 2 years of professional work experience also in the management accounting field. So once it's your eligibility criteria class 12 to appear for the exam, and then to become the member of the IMA body, you require 2 years of experience also. So probably the qualification bit could be completed in 9 to 12 months if you are a smart learner. And with 2 years of experience coming in, once your graduation is over, or even after pursuing your graduation, you can probably complete your US CMA journey also. So Ashmeet, that's what all I wanted to explain. More than happy if Vineet and Jyoti want to jump in between. I leave it back to you now, and to my fellow speakers to take it forward from there.
So, as you know that why a first question will come in our mind कि why US CMA, right? So first thing is that US CMA is recognized in 150 plus countries. So it is having a value in across all the countries, you can say that. So this degree provides highest ROI in comparison to other professional degrees. If you will talk about, this is a recent IMA survey, salary survey, where you will be a master in 12 core competency to master, and it is the shortest degree which you can complete within 6 to 8 months maximum, because as you know that exam will held in January, Feb, then May, June, and then September and October. So this is the shortest degree which you can complete within 6 to 8 months, even after your 12th also, right, Vineet? If you want to add something
Absolutely.
in this
Absolutely.
is,
Absolutely.
yeah, average students get 77% increment in their career and advancement after pursuing this USCMA degree, and you will be master in 12. Like, as you know that US CMA is having two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is having 6 subjects and part 2 is again having 6 subjects. So you will be covered all these 12 subject in your US CMA. Like part 1, basically it's cost management, financial management, performance management, and other internal controls. And part 2 is having the financial statement, and you can risk management, investment decision. So you will be mastered in this 12, you can say 12 subjects. Why should you pursue USCMA? Again, the same thing. It's a global recognized, right? And this is the shortest degree which you can complete in two, you can say 6 to 8 months. It has internationally credibility, health spin mastering, 12 core competency, combines analytic skill as well as the strategic thinking also. And USCMA definitely makes you future ready and can be completed within 6 to 8 months only. So it is globally recognized. If you will talk about the salary package, so this is the first professional degree. If you will talk about this provides you the highest ROI. If you
So I believe a lot of us now know that why US CMA plays that role. So if we see the slide covers in bright colors that what role US CMA has or how it gives you an edge. So like Jyoti ma'am covered about 150 countries that US CMA is globally recognized. Then it's also about making you future ready. And how is it making you future ready? This is where it also talks about those analytical skills that I was talking initially about, that US CMA, as the name suggests, US Certified Management Accountant. So here, you're not just learning recording and reporting, but way more than that. How to interpret those insights. So in today's time, we know data is the new king, right? Data is everywhere. And financial data also needs to be taken care of, right? Because it is on what actually the financial health of a company depends. So that is how USCMA makes you future ready. And as per its name, it also helps you fast track into leadership roles, right? You are directly supporting your top management in taking those key decisions. So that is how USCMA plays that role and helps you get an edge in your career. So now moving on to the next slide. Yeah. So Jyotiman, now you can
yes.
cover the subjects of US.
Yes. So as you already know, ki like there will be two part in US CMA program. That is part 1 and part 2. So basically part 1 covers or financial planning, performance and analytics. Basically part 1 is having a 6 core competency or 6 subject, which is financial accounting and reporting, planning, budgeting, and forecasting, performance management, cost management, internal controls, technology, and analytics. And second a part is strategic thinking only. Strategic like financial statement analytics, corporate finance, decision analytics, risk management, investment decision, and professional ethics. So this course structure is divided into two parts, where in first part you will learn about financial planning and in second part you will learn about strategic thinking. So all these 12 subjects are covered in this course structure. What is the exam structure? So basically there will be two parts, part 1 and part 2. First thing is that suppose if you're writing one paper in January and Feb, so second paper you can even write in May, June also. That's why we call USCMA is the shortest degree which can be completed within 6 to 8 months, right? So what is the exam duration? Exam duration will be 4 hours, where you will get 500, the paper pattern is of total 500 marks, where you have to secure 360 marks for the passing. So what will be the weightage of these 500 marks? So there will be basically 375 MCQs, and the passing percentage will be 75%. There will be 100 MCQs where the total 100 MCQs will be of 375 marks. Then after that there will be 125 marks of case study wise question marks, right? There will be two case studies where you have to secure at least 25%. So total will be 500 marks where you have to get 360 marks for the passing. So 375 marks ka MCQ based and 125 marks will be the case study based, right? And exam window will be open from 1st January till 28th Feb. Then for May and June, 1st May till 30th June. Then for September and October, 1st September to 31st October. So Vinit, if you will confirm that what is the process of US CMA certification process, I think you are the expert who can explain you about this.
Right. Thanks, Jyoti, and Ashmi. Should I start now? Thank you for organizing this wonderful session and putting your efforts there. And Rohit, thank you, Rohit and Jyoti, for inviting me here today. I would go back to Rohit discussion. I think while he was sharing that, while in a very initial job, he was asked that pivot table, advanced Excel, was those skills were very, very important, but now it's become very mandatory. And I think while we recruit, help students get job, and I think recently we closed one position with DC Technologies, where 30 odd folks got an offer letter, and out of there were approximately 425 people applied, and 30 people got an offer letter. To give you this insight, those 30 folks, what skills they had, CMA was the main core area where they always, DXU always wanted that they work in FP&A vertical. The first core skill was CMA. The second core skill was advanced Excel, which Rohit clearly state that. And this is a most important skills you must have. And the third most important skills which we help student get job was communication bit. So these three skills makes a very important combination. Majority of time we are firefight with student day in, day out that I'm not able to get job. I'm not able to find a relevant job. I ask this question to you once again. CMA professional qualification will help you, but you need to improve your communication skills. You need to improve your advanced Excel. This is a core game. And now the world is moving towards AI and digital skill set. We need to have those skill set, though we have covered in our curriculum. But what we also did was we have incubated all this curriculum into our qualification. See, like Ashmi told that whoever stays till the end, there'll be a special award. So what I'll probably do now, whosoever be very interactive, I saw Aditya answered about IMA very well. Aditya, so if we guys keep engaging each other, keep answering question, and keep helping each other right now, so we know that we are interactive. So there will be a special gift from IMA also. Ashmi, I'll give that gift to you, and we can post it to the candidate. So let's keep this more engaging, and have this conversation. How to build it and how we can give back a value. Sometimes we Rohit and Ashmi and I, we should not feel it. We're talking to the walls, right? So anyhow. So CMA membership, to become an IMA member, you need to be an IMA member. And you will understand what is IMA and what is CMA. IMA is the board, Institute of Management Accountant, that offer qualification CMA, Certified Management Accountant. And we are 150-year-old organization, a pretty old, very 100 years old plus organization. So करीब 100 साल हमें हो गए हैं. It's been very old. And सबसे unique part is like I'll keep repeating myself and keep telling myself, and I repeat this 3 times. 150,000 members across 150 plus countries. 150,000 members, 150 plus countries. I'll repeat myself again, 150,000 members, 150 plus country, which means that you guys are truly adaptable to move to a different countries. So we are accessible, we are available in 150 plus country to help you and support you. And to give you another insight, we have global offices to support you there. It's just that you guys not alone. So we have an office in China, we have an office in US, we have an office in Middle East, we have an office, 2 offices in India, and we are there to support you in every part you go. See, most of the candidates tell me, sir, हमें बताइए US में job मिल जाएगी क्या? Come on, how can that be possible? Visa depends on the country to country, right? What benchmark you'll have. We can't guarantee you that we'll get you to US job CMA karke. This is not fair, no? So what we probably do, we get you skills. You need to apply through a visa. If visa get through, then team is there to help you and support you. So first and most important, like I said, you need to be an IMA member, CMA, right? Second is clearing both the two exams are there. Jyoti has covered very well about the curriculum. And I heard that there's one candidate was asking, what will it be there? What GT will offer? What IMA will offer? It took us 1.5 years, 2 years to come into a partnership. GT and us, we took 1.5 years to sign up and come into a partnership to create one thing. One thing very clear we were thought. We wanted to create value for the students. And that we always wanted. And Rohit, me, Jyoti, we always firefight to how to create value for you, how to ensure that you're delivering value. And while during the session, I'll be open up and talk about, we were talking about, to how to ensure that student clear exams. This is what GT and we have signed up together. And we have a very essential content partner who will be taking care of your support. And so I'm so sorry, I keep moving away from the track. Just wanted to be very careful, so I covered everything. First, you be an IMA member, 2 exams, then complete 3 years of 3 years of graduation, and then you need to have 2 years of relevant experience. It's every professional qualification. You need to have 2 years of relevant experience. It's everywhere. So you see, end of the day, just to give a layman example, you will become a doctor, but you will be not gold medalist. You need to practice in real time, right? अगर भी आप केमिस्ट दवाई लेने जाते हो तो आप केमिस्ट के पास जाते हो डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो तो डॉक्टर के पास तभी जाते हो when he has experience, right? This is how the CMA 2 year relevant experience is important. If we can move to the next slide, Ashmi. So we have also, just for your understanding, most of you always wanted to know, job milegi kya? Job milegi kya? Job milegi kya? So we have developed a career portal already, right? We are working on it. We are working quite heavy on that. जो career portal only professional body की है, we have developed an IMA career portal. You can go back and check. There are close to 1,600 jobs are available. We are still firefighting day in day out how to make it more easier for you, more relevant for you, and how that FP&A job, financial planning kind of jobs, you can still get skilled. What we really want is just like to ensure that, and also to add to more, I have not added, we have 350 plus chapters across the world. 350 plus chapters, out of them 10 are in India. So we have Delhi chapter, Pune chapter, Bangalore chapter, Chennai chapter, and these chapters are run by the members. It's by the members for the members. And every chapter there'll be a president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. What their job role is, I am a directly fund those organizations, those chapter, and what this chapter role is to ensure that this convocation, this event, this session, these jobs keep happening. So there is a subset organization working along with us parallel. We call them chapters. So whenever you're registered with IMA, you should certainly join those chapters and keep improving your skill set. Right. So these are a bit for role of IMA for US CMA qualification. I hope I've covered it well, Ashmeet. Can we move into next slide, please? So this is what a basic rule came out. What we did was we reached out to our members and checked where and what role they were working. So this is what we identified. The majority of, and see, I spoke to some organizations. I spoke about JLL. I spoke about HP. I spoke about DXC, and I spoke about many organizations. So these senior people, folks, they work there in that organization. They're the senior level. It helps me very easier to demonstrate that these are some CMS students wanted to help them place. They understand the benchmark, what skill set they will bring in. This is where we able to place them. So if most of you will also want to know what kind of roles and what kind of jobs, where will I be working? So this is where CMA members and students are working. These are the roles you will be working. And if you'll see at the right-hand side, so there are Big Four is also hiring. So PwC and other organizations also hire. And FMCG, see, Rohit also mentioned about what is auditing and what is the taxation versus what is CMA. I will give you a very simple and very layman example. See, for an instance, you're driving a car, right? Anything which you see at the back of the rear mirror, that is auditing and taxation, what has happened in organization, right? Past data. Auditing and taxation talks about what has happened. What CMA does, US CMA does, future forecasting, financial planning analysis, risk management, forecasting. And this is how you think about how to take an organization, right, to future, what we should do for future. So this is what CMA does. And if you'll see, majority of the roles are business analyst, financial analyst, and if you'll see FP&A, financial planning, these are the roles where you have to take organization for future living. risk analysis, financial controller, cost accountant, risk and financial advisory manager. These are the roles that are available, and these are picking up very fast, right? The next slide. So see, I kept telling 3 times, and I tell the 4th time. 150 countries, 150,000 members. We are truly globally accepted across every country, and this is where we have offices across the world. So we are trying to ensure that how we build an ecosystem back in Middle East, and also we are trying to ensure that how to support a country like Japan. So we are seeing a lot of members are coming from there. So what we ensure that what IMA does to ensure that to ensure that there are a lot of corporate engagement is moving around. And IMA India role model is changing quite drastically. We have recently one more senior person have joined IMA. His name is Arindam Ghosh. He's from Tata. And there's one more lady who has joined us. His name is Anshul Priya. She's based out of Mumbai. Core responsibility is create, support you on jobs, and also help you do more of corporate events. So if you'll see a lot of IMA events is evolutionarily changing, you will see a lot of corporate events happening. So when our SLT visits to India, there'll be a lot of CFO conferences are happening. What we're trying to ensure, how to ensure that the senior folks of our organization are CMA qualified. Once CMA CFO are qualified, it makes very easier for us to other candidates to join that organization. Yeah.
And Vinny, just to add one point here, with a lot of turbulence happening in the US with respect to visas and immigrants, this also opens a lot of offshoring opportunity of a lot of accounting work from the US. So technically, traditionally, also there has been a lot of shortage in terms of US accountants. Earlier, they used to fill this hiring people from India, China, and probably Philippines and other countries. But now with those visa restrictions coming in, and there is a cap being there on immigrants being hired locally in the US. So a lot of these firms are now tying up with local Indian firms who have certified and trained people on US qualifications, and it opens a very big door for people who are US CMA qualified as a job opportunity and in terms of market. And even I would go to the extent of saying that people who are having an entrepreneurial spirit also, so people who want to be entrepreneurs also as a part of this group, this also is a very good option to tie up with these US firms, local US firms, and have those small global centers available here who can help them with their work in terms of accounting. So this one broad option, which a lot of times we don't realize, but this is also where a lot of CMAs are being absorbed right now.
Yeah, and thanks, Rohit, for adding this. I'll just give you a last 2 months forecast. Tesla came to India, right? Coming in Mumbai, they're coming in Delhi. Google is offering one of the biggest office. They have already offered an office in Hyderabad, right? OpenAI have opened their headquarters in Delhi already. So why these American companies are coming to India? So it's good for us. It's good for you.
And one more point which I want to add here, because I am getting so many queries in chat box and on regular basis also. What are the career opportunities after USCMA, the scope of USCMA? So once you will join USCMA, then you will be a part of IMA body. So what is the benefit to get member or a part of IMA body is that ki even IMA body conduct their career fair time to time, their podcast, the career, the job opportunity. So they will call or mail their members directly.
Yeah.
So once you will be a part of USCMA program, so whatever there is a new opportunity, you will get a call or mail in your inbox only. So don't worry for that.
And Jyoti, another part I wanted to add on. Many times we get a verification from an organization. Can you just verify if this is a member of CMA or is he qualified? When we go back and check student's email ID and phone number and we don't see in our system, we say, no, he's not registered with us. So verification happening is very fast, very quick. If you're not an active member and company randomly come back to us and asking us the verification and you are giving an interview and you're not an active member, you are not renewed a member, we would have to straight away say, no, he's not an active member. And that you might end up losing that opportunity. So this is where we always talk about to renew an active IMA member. My team is sitting back end and that will be able to help you only if you're an active member. And also any jobs which come to us, like many jobs which come to us, we always share it to active member first, who are an active member. Many times we also ensure that there's some part qualified people will also get hired. So we always send them, see, for an example, a company like HP hiring in Bangalore, tell me a benchmark. Remote working is there, anyone can apply, and they need to be a part qualified. That email from HP, that link and registration will go to IMA active members only. I want to tell you one thing: get into a qualification just to ensure that complete it. Don't leave it halfway. And you're spending time, spending money. Just ensure that to get an ROI. And many times happen, it's just like we do a lot of self doubt. Don't do self doubt. When you jump into the qualification, just ensure you complete the journey, and then you will be able to value. And midway, don't complain कि यार इसमें ये नहीं मिल रहा, इसमें वो नहीं मिल रहा. See, end of the day, what matters is, are you able to pull that energy? Are you able to attending classes or not? Majority of time when we get a report from partners who are not attending classes, how we can able to help you crack the exams? You need to demonstrate hard work and efforts, then only we'll be able to help you, right?
And Vineet, already you will have mentioned the thing that I also find that US CMA is the windshield of the car, because if you see the syllabus as well, it's step by step financial planning, then financial analysis, which is highly required in the market right now as well. Then in part two, we will be keep on learning about data analytics. After data analytics, we do part type analysis, internal control. So all the syllabus now I found in all the other degrees, like whether it's CA or CA, it's so outdated in the market right now. If you
Yeah.
learn new kind of skills which are already into the syllabus of US CMA, you need
Right.
not to worry about the opportunities as well.
Right. And see, like I always said, Sushant, Rohit,
Mhm.
we took 1.5 years to build this ecosystem.
Yeah, I know.
It will not happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that we're working with GT Academy.
Mhm.
I'm so happy and so thrilled to be here today.
Mhm.
It's just that creating value for the student. What
Yeah.
matters to me is just creating value in real time, and
Mhm.
is helping students succeed. That is very core to me. So what I always hear today with Ashmeet, Rohit, Sushant is just that how we can help you faster and quicker, and how we can give you that value. And I assure that GT and us will definitely give you value. We'll ensure that you clear the exams. We'll keep telling you, we'll keep coming in between. Hello, make sure you give your mock exam. Hello, attend your classes. We'll keep coming in between. But efforts you would have to put in.
Definitely. And recently only, as the data states that you have recently placed a 28 student in DXC technology as well, and several opportunities are already live. I have seen on IMA portal as well.
Yeah, so these are kind of a role, a transition role. And surprisingly, HP, DXC, Wipro, all these IT tech firms, American tech firms, what they have did, they hired student on internship, and they have onboarded them to full-time roles at a package of 8 to 10 lakhs. And surprisingly, 90% of the transition, everyone moved to an internship to a full-time role.
Great. Because as per the student perspective, when they do this course, na, they recently just go on job. These like the questions only. So that's why I think so that to cover this syllabus part is very important, because this degree, as student perspective, they need not to worry about the jobs, because this degree is very futuristic, and it according to the syllabus as well. GT is there, IMA, so definitely opportunities will be there in
Yeah,
market if you
absolutely.
have skills.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Correct. So now just as going for the PPT, so let me discuss the preparation and success strategy, what is mainly required for the US CMA. As in GT, we are following GLIM study material. Several other providers are using several other content, but as per my knowledge, GLIM is best. Why? Because they are using AI-based mock papers, which is very critical and very important for the preparation of US CMA examination. Because GT in Grand Thornton, we will take near about 8 to 10 mock papers each attempt. That is the main thing. When you give 8 to 10 mock papers, that is totally AI-based mock papers, just similar to as you will give the examination to IMA. So I think so that is the main thing which in Grant Thornton we are helping in for the preparation and success strategy. Then conceptual and practical learning, as Rohit sir already mentioned, that all the teachers are USCMA qualified and mentors are also USCMA qualified. So they will be assisting you in the totally conceptual and practical learning part, which will help you to land up a good opportunity as well in the market. Then practice and mock test already have covered this. You will be getting GLEM portal. then our mentors will be also helping you to clear one-on-one interaction mock papers. That is the main critical point which will be helping you for the practice part, because you do the learning, then you attempt the mock paper. That is the main thing which will be helping you in that. Then personal guidance will be there. I will be also personally connected with the students which I have enrolled from past 6 to 9 months. So the reviews, the feedback we are attaining and we are working, and the feedback is really good, Vineet. That I want to tell you that students are really happy with us. Several students have already cleared several examination, part one, part two. We are also getting a huge good response from our uh, students. Regarding the fee part also, we have keep our fee segment is also very less. Quality contents we are providing. Second thing, Grant Thornton is always following up their total 100% quality content only. So at last, the last point was exam strategy. So we are also preparing students for the strategic development, how to attempt the examination, because US CMA to clear the examination is really easy. But the time segmentation you will need to follow. That you will be following by giving 10 to 12 mock paper each attempt. When you give that, you follow the time examination as well. So this is the main question which we were getting the query on our chat box as well, that why USCMA with Grant Thornton. So that is, first we are using our live online study material on Grant Thornton Bharat portal. That is, we have our own inbuilt in-house system, learning development system as well. We are using WebEx as well. Third, we are using live recorded classes. Like, you see the recording. If you are busy with your schedule, you need not to worry about anything. We will be adding up in the your recording in the system as well. Second, we are using the mock test of GLEM. We are personally providing you mock tests as well by our faculties. Third, you will be getting the mentor support is very critical, because Vinith, you also know, without a mentor, clearing USCMA will be a very tough task in this entire industry. And so there will be dedicated one-on-one support. Also, you will be getting from our mentors 24 hours resolution support. So you just ping your query on our LMS portal, you can reserve it, and then we will be solving that query within working 24 hours. And you can definitely reach out on our WhatsApp group to our teachers as well. Mentors will be assisting you, and definitely our hero, which is Glem. Glem, they are providing hard copy study material as well, so you need not to purchase any book from outside. Glem study material is sufficient, and they are providing their AI based portal also, from where you will be getting soft material and hard copy we will deliver at your doorstep. Third, we are exam focused and doubt sessions in live classes also you can clear. You can post your doubt on WhatsApp group as well. Third, mentor will be also assisting you in the doubt solving. IMA registration support already Vineet sir is there. So we are directly connected with IMA. So we will be helping you throughout your entire journey till you get the certification from IMA right after. So till from your registration to landing up a good opportunity, me and my team will be personally connected with you in your entire journey. And unlimited access. The main thing is that other competitors, I don't know whether they are providing this or not, but in Grant Thornton, we are providing unlimited learning management system recording. You can see the views. There is no access. There is no limitation on the views. There is no things in which we are not helping you in that comparatively part. So till you clear USCMA, we will be helping you in each and everything. So all about now goes to you, Vineet sir. You can add
Perfect,
something.
Sushant. I think I had just a couple of points
Sure,
to,
sure.
add here. So, as you rightly mentioned, that there are live classes, there's GLEM content, there's everything. I just want to assure this to the participants who are already enrolled with us or probably are planning to enroll with us, that for us it's not a transactional relationship. It's completely supporting you throughout the journey. So till the time you don't clear your exams and become an IMA member, Grant Thornton team would be there to support you guys, to mentor you guys, to counsel you guys, to advise you, to help you with exam preparation. Everything end to end would be taken care by Grant Thornton. And as I stated at the start of this webinar, that this is not only about conceptual knowledge. While we are preparing you for the exam, that how the exam pattern would be, at the same time, all our experts would come in and actually share their experiences and tell you that how actually the work and whatever you are learning is how actually it has to be implemented in your core job, whether you are joining a consulting firm, whether you are joining an industry, whether you are joining a GCC global capability centers, how you whatever you are learning can actually be related to that also. So these were the 2-3 points which we wanted to focus on. Now at the same time, while we are giving you or providing you a CMA coaching or probably training, Vineet rightly mentioned having a CMA, certified or having an IMA membership itself doesn't guarantee you a job in the market. The market is very competitive enough. There are things like communication skill, the art of articulating whatever you guys know needs to be articulated in the market as well. When you're sitting across over an interviewer, you need to articulate your knowledge. Whatever you have learned, you should have the confidence of speaking that up. So all those areas, while IMA would continuously supporting you during on those areas with bits and pieces of certifications like Excel and other certifications which are there to offer, we as a part of this journey also will help you in resume building support, conducting mock interviews for you, providing career assistance in the sense preparing you for different interviews, telling you what are the areas which you need to work upon, giving you different soft skill sessions, how you can groom yourself, how can you improve on your executive presence. So all these areas are equally important and we are committed to provide you as a part of this journey. We also have a lot of upskilling courses which are available with us, like Power BI, Python, R, financial modeling, IFRS, which are equally relevant to you as a part of your journey. So you get the access of those courses as well once you enroll for with us, along with the US CMA journey. So these are few unique propositions which Grant Thornton as a consulting firm is able to offer you, which might not be available with the rest of a lot of players. And we are very proudly, we can say that when it comes to CMA coaching or CMA teaching or offering CMA as a product, we are the only consulting firm which is there in the market right now. So all the institutes which are there are primarily educational institute. From a consulting background, from a consulting mindset, we are the only firm present in the market. And that's the kind of benefits we want to transfer to our students who are enrolling with us. All you guys are not transactions for us. We are willing to be part of your journey. Once somebody enrolls with us, there are frequent discussions which happens with our management team, and which our senior leadership also continues sharing of our experiences are integral part of any of the qualification which Grant Thornton is offering. So that was all from my side. Any closing remarks from Vineet or Jyoti?
One thing with my joining hands, I will ask you guys, don't ask guarantee in jobs. Please request, right? If anyone giving you guarantee in jobs, you certainly go and do it. Because I can put you for an interview and you can give me a guarantee that you will be able to crack that interview. Think it through. Think it through. Just go back to your graduation days or MBA days. Does everyone got a same package? Did everyone got a same offer? No. Some have got on offer, some have doesn't. Says all ball is in your court. We'll give you skills, we give you support, we'll even schedule an interview. Yeah, you would have to get the batting, you would have to do now. I can't tell HR नहीं guarantee बोला तो कोई job दिलाना है, please you have to get them a job. ना मैंने guarantee बोला है. You can't do that, man. Just not that's injustice, right? We've been very openly discussing about it.
Yeah, we are here to guide you and we
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
giving you the proper training and everything. But to be very, very honest, we don't misguide any student just for the sake of you will get a job and other thing. See, US CMA is a professional degree which will open the doors for the new job.
So
Right.
I think we need one question is for you. Probably a lot of people are asking that which experience is actually considered as a part of those 2 years of experience which are required to become an IMA member. So if you can probably just throw some light on this. This is one couple of questions I have seen related to this, that whether an articleship experience would be considered, whether working in a small firm would be considered.
Okay.
It has to be a hardcore management accounting experience only, or a normal finance or an accounting experience would do. So your inputs on this.
I'll emphasize and cover this in detail.
Yeah.
See, candidate for a CMA student must complete 2 years of professional experience in management accounting or financial management, right? And qualifying experience consists of position required, judging regularly made by employee and principal and management accountants. I can share you my email ID and I can tell you such what are those kind of roles. So the roles could be forecasting, company investment decision making, costing analysis, risk evaluation, management information, budgeting, auditing, monthly, yearly, quarter closing, financial planning analysis, managerial general ledger and balance sheet, budget preparation and report. These are the areas is counted. There are many more.
Right. I think one question which I could see that skills like Excel, financial modeling, or AI incorporated as a part of the curriculum. So, Vineet, first to this, and then probably I have something to add from the GT side also on this.
Yeah, so Ashmeet, if you can go back to our curriculum, I will just share that. If you come back to our curriculum, and IMA did see to also for your understanding, we do a lot of research. An academics team go out to CXOs and CFOs and HR across the world, and thereby taking a feedback. And we create a world-class 6 competency framework, which is like, these are the competency we have covered into a curriculum. And this is what you're going to study 2024 curriculum framework you'll be studying. And this is not randomly created. Yeah, this has been a deep dive research asking finance and HR folks across the world, what skill do you see when you hire a candidate in management accounting and financial planning analysis? What are those skills? And while we did that research, these are the some benchmark came to us, and this is where we created a curriculum. So if you'll see, we AI wala, you see we have added into a 2024 curriculum, and if you'll see part 1, technology analytics, we have added into a curriculum. Right, you would have to study technology analytics, and that too into a case study format, that too into objective tile. You have to demonstrate in real time. And like Jyoti also said, it is a 4-hour duration paper. You have to score 360 out of 500. There will be 2 essay type. There will be around an objective time. It's kind of a rigor. We create a kind of a rigor for you when you go into organization, how you firefight. We create that a war zone for you when you give an exam, 4-hour, 100 questions, 2 essay type. 3 hours में ऑब्जेक्ट टाइप आपको आंसर करना है, और 3 hours के बाद अगर आपने आंसर नहीं किया, अपने आप विंडो क्लोज हो जाएगा. This is kind of rigor which you do in your organization. And what happens, most of you'll get a 1 hour per essay window. And सबसे important क्या है, it's so complex, it's so better we have made it ensure that कि आपको 75% weightage is objective type, 25% weightage in essay type, right? And we have created a rigor, and that too keeping an eye that detailed skill set is there. So if you'll see part 1, technology analytics, and also part 2, we have covered bit of risk management. So this is where we have covered there.
And in addition to what Vineet said is that if case you guys are looking for additional certificates also, Grant Thornton has already a library of good 25-30 odd programs, and that could be availed as a part of our scholarship offerings which we keep on coming up in between. So any of you who wants to enroll with us can get in touch with us, and we will be more than happy to tell you the kind of scholarship options which we have. And as a part of those scholarship options, you can also select these upskilling certification programs in addition to CMA as well. So these includes financial modeling, IFRS, generative AI. It's a whole bunch of library which we have, which our student facilitation team would be more than happy to help out to you guys once you get in touch with us. So probably Ashmeet, any one last question we guys can take up, which is trending.
One question I want to ask, which most of the student is asking, ki whether in exam there will be any negative marking also?
There's no negative marking. I've answered that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Rohit.
Take
Thank you,
care,
Jyoti.
guys.
Thank you,
Have a
Ashmeet.
great weekend.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Ashmeet.